Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is a 105 leFH18B2 French Tier 5 Premium SPG, which we've come to know as Fifi La Pew Pew, but is known by most other tankers as the leFH, the feared leFH. And this one is on the north spawn of Abbey, and is being driven by 41 Tanks 41, and battle has commenced. Now, they only built 16 of these Artys. Only 16. They actually converted more into flamethrower tanks. Okay, right. Well, he's set up and he's looking for targets now. And it appears he's looking down the river road on the east side of the map. I call that the river road. But, okay, there's one M8A1's gone into the Abbey grounds, unopposed. And, oh my gum, that shell went straight into that M8A1. He's out the game. My gum, he didn't last very long. The power of the 10.5 centimeter gun. And it looks like the Panzer 4H coming up in as well. Is he going to come in? Well, 41 Tanks 41 is in a perfect position to take him out if he does come in. He's fired a round in. No, he's unfortunately didn't get a result there. He couldn't see if the Panzer 4H had gone in, but he knows that there's a B1. Now, the B1 is the tank that the Fifi was based on. But if it carries on up the road unopposed, then there is an Excelsior a little further up, but he won't be able to fire at it if it does get that far, because he will be in a position whereby the ground is obstructing his field of fire. But he can hit it if it goes up on that rise, and he does! And that's 325 hit points of damage. That was a big mistake by the Char B1. You should never go up onto that rise. If you're a heavy tank, you are just sitting there waiting for it. Okay, Panzer 4H has just been YOLO'd by the looks and taken out by that autocannon. So he's now feeling a right fool as well. Okay, T-14, that's an American heavy tank. But we've got an Su-85 on the river road. He's taking fire. He's fired a round out. No, that wasn't fully dialed in. So unfortunately that was going to miss, but he's almost ready to go. And this time he is fully dialed in. This should hit. It misses slightly. Well, that's RNG for you, I'm afraid. Okay, he's lining up the next shot. Round out. And that's a hit. And he got it this time. So RNG was in his favour this time. RNG's has smiled on him. Now he's got 3 targets to fire at. That T-14, a Chihi, and a Covenanter. And he's not loaded yet. Now he's loaded. And that T-14 stationary. Round out. Oh, he just pulled forward at the right moment to avoid that shell. T-14's got quite a good fire rate. Very similar to a Sherman, but just slightly heavier armour. And he got a hit there. 176 hit points. It's got side skirts over the tracks as well. But apparently the British Army had terrible trouble with those side skirts, because if you wanted to fix anything to do with the tracks, if they got damaged, you'd have to lift those skirts up, and that was a whole job in itself. Okay, round out on the T-14. No. He's defending that area with a DW2, and that DW2's gone down. Okay, so T-14's been tracked. He's sitting there. He's now sitting duck. Reload's going through. Can he get another shot in? They lost the last defender in that group. Round out. No, it fell behind the T-14. And he's going to lose sight of these tanks. There's nobody else around that corner. Yep, he's lost sight of them. He fired a round in anyway, just in case that it did manage to hit. But I think he might need to relocate now, or move back a little. Because the next time he sees them, they're going to be coming up onto the rise. Very, very close to him. They'll be at grid square A4 in a few seconds' time. So he's going to have to readjust his aim to the rise area, the ramp leading up to the cap. There's the Covenanter. It's coming in now. He's just sitting there for the moment. Oh, no, he just took out the Panzer 4D that was defending that ramp. So, let's see what happens next. He has got a very fast fire rate. That's the one good thing. And we saw the fence go down, so we know the Covenanters up onto the plateau at the back. Just can't see him yet. There's the T14. And he one-shots the T14. Will he get the Covenanter? Almost reloaded. He can. He's waiting for it to come into view. He's got a red line at the moment because of the dip. But as soon as he got a green line, now he can. That's it. And he's shotgunned him. Okay, there's the next one. It's an M3 Lee. Lines up the shot. He can auto-aim. And he does. And he gets 158 hit points. But the M3 Lee's still alive. The trouble is the enemy Arty will be trying to fire at him very, very shortly. And he shotguns him with a second round. He needs to move now. Otherwise, enemy Arty will be on top of him. And there's his teammates also there in the Arty. The MX-105 or 13105 AM. Now, surprisingly, enemy Arty didn't fire at him. I know the SU-5 has got a very short range, so he couldn't fire. But the M41 could have fired. And he knew where they are, and he might have got a quick counter battery medal for taking out both Artys when they were close together. But we don't know where this M41 is at the moment. We've got the Excelsior and the Matilda up on the enemy plateau at the rear. And he's been asked to platoon with the Wolverine because he has a top gun. The Wolverine has 3 kills, so they can get a brothers in arms. He's already on his top gun. There's the 105 AM. You should never put 2 Arty that close together. You're asking for trouble. You're asking to be counter-batteried. Quite apart from the fact that you've got 2 traces going up at the same time, and it appears that the Wolverine has killed the M41, so that's the end of the game. Now let's have a look at the end of battle stats, and it's the second class tanker for 41 Tanks 41 in the 105 leFH18B2. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. In fact, he got 8 in that battle. And he picked up a brothers in arms because he managed to win the battle and get at least 3 kills, and his platoon mate also had 3 kills. In fact, actually he had 4 at the end of the battle because he took out the M41. And lastly, because he managed to get 6 kills, he got a top gun as well. And we can see the kills there. Now let's have a look at the team scores. Well, highest amount of damage, 1,176 hit points of damage altogether. He got the highest number of kills, 6, and he got the highest base XP, 756, but not much more than the Wolverine, who managed to get 735. He fired 19 rounds, got 7 direct hits, 7 penetration, and 3 splash. Did damage of 1,176 hit points, of which 744 were at more than 300 meters. So it just goes to show how much damage he actually did face to face when those enemy got right into the cap area. He hit 6 of the enemy, he killed 6 of the enemy, and he also did 56 hit points of damage assistance for his team. On a premium account, he earned 34,311 hit points, credits rather. He had to pay for ammunition resupply, but that still left him with 41,143 credits. There is a holiday ops bonus in there because this was just after Christmas. This is part of update 9.21, so I'm just catching up on some of the old replays that people sent me in, which I was unable to get done at the time. He received 1,134 XP, and he also had a personal reserves bonus going too, and the bonus for Fifi being a premium vehicle, and of course another bonus because this is a holiday ops. So he actually took away 3,028 experience points altogether. That must have been very welcome. So well done, 41 Tanks 41. Good replay, and I appreciate you for sending it in. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in our next video.